Well, hey guys, it is morning. You wouldn't be able to tell because there is no sun. As you see, it rained last night and it is very misty, low clouds, morning, kind of wet. The roads really aren't that wet yet, but I have a feeling I'm going to run into some rain. Let me get this clean. There you go. You see the clouds right there at the top of the mountain in front of me. They're real low, so you got a lot of fog and mist in the air. But no big deal. Going ahead to work. And it's supposed to be pretty nice this afternoon, so I look forward to that. I am, let me see here. Hold on a second. Let me check something. All right, I was checking my mileage real quick. I was trying to look at it. I don't wear my glasses inside my helmet, so it took me a little bit to focus in on my mileage. Yeah, it's getting a little wet. We got a little bit of moisture. I remember riding my bicycle. Well, I'd ride it almost every day. It didn't matter. I had rain pants, same thing. But the difficult part with the bicycle is you have to watch how much you wear and what kind of clothes you wear because you would start overheating. You would end up sweating like a pig, like a sauna, if you wore the wrong clothes. It took a little trial and error. And also the temperature and your terrain that you're going. If you're climbing hills a lot, you got to watch. So I mainly dressed for the temperature, not the weather, because you're going to get wet anyway. You're going to get sweaty. So I dressed for the temperature, as in if it's 40 degrees and was a little damp, I tried to dress so you don't get like hypothermia from the cold. Hold on a second. All right, we're back. Yeah, because you're going to get wet, bicycle riding, just from your sweat. One time it was probably 35 degrees, and I was climbing a hill forever. I mean, it took me hours. It was so long. It was 13 miles, and I had like 30 pounds on the bike. I was bike packing or whatever you want to call it, touring, and had all my camping gear and food and clothes, everything like that. So it was about 30 pounds on top of me, on top of my weight on top of the bike. So it was heavy. And so it took me forever to climb up that hill. And in 35-degree weather, even though the sun was out, being that wet, it just started giving me the chills. I mean, you just start getting the shakes and you just can't get warm. So I ended up pulling over, taking off, my wet clothes, the shirt and the outer, jacket over that, and putting on new drier clothes and put them on the back bag, to dry. But anyway, back to the story. Yeah, so I normally drive or dress for the temperature. I don't really dress for the environment. Same with running. You got to dress for the temperature. Don't worry about what the weather's doing because, you're going to sweat. All right, hopefully you guys can see now. Yeah, got a lot of mist. A lot of mist in the air today, a lot of dew. But yeah, so that's it. You need to definitely dress appropriately when you're riding a bicycle. If anybody's interested in getting back, getting out on a bicycle or getting some exercise, bicycle is so much easier than running. The running gives you a better workout, I feel, but it is definitely harder. Bicycle, you can pedal a little bit and stop pedaling and you're still moving forward. Running, if you stop moving, you're not going nowhere. So you don't get the chance to rest or catch your breath for a couple, like 100 feet. You have to actually keep your feet moving. Hopefully you can see. I'm trying to wipe it because it's real foggy, real misty. I go by the windshield depending on how much water is hitting the windshield is what I'm thinking is on the lens. So I just wipe it and hopefully you guys can see. So yeah, luckily I have not lost my GoPro with doing it in the rain and everything with the connection microphone, because it's not waterproof once you put that cable in there. I do put some dielectric grease in there. It's a electrical contact grease. I put it around the outside. It's like a Vaseline almost when I plug it in, and that will keep moisture from getting in around the connector going into the camera. At least slow it down a little bit instead of just having it wide open and the wind pushing some moisture in around the plug going into the camera and shorten it out. That might be what's been saving it. That's just my tip. If you guys go plan on doing it, if it's really downpouring, you got to be careful. Oh, red light. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Edited out, sitting there. But yeah, even with the wet roads, you're able to slam on the brakes. The analog brakes on this thing are amazing. That's why I said the stability and the traction control and the analog brakes is just, it makes it a perfect all year round bike. I mean, you don't have to worry about laying it down on some wet spots or gravel, and it stops and handles great even on wet roads. Boy, this mist is ugly. I gotta keep cleaning the lens. I'm trying to watch the windshield so I know when to wipe the lens off. But it is just a nasty, misty morning. But I don't mind. It's supposed to be beautiful this afternoon. We'll make it work. But yeah, so usually once you put that adapter in the side of the GoPro, it's not waterproof anymore, because you got to take that door off, to do that and put it in a case. So use some contact gel or whatever, and it'll somewhat keep the water from getting in around the connector. Let me clean that off. Hopefully you guys can see. Get onto the highway. But it's a beautiful morning. Can't wait to sit down and have my cup of coffee. That's the only thing I don't like about not driving the car, is the cup of coffee as I'm driving. But I'll take this ride over sitting in a car any day. I feel so unconnected with just everything around me when you sit in a car. And I don't miss it because I don't listen to the radio, and just kind of boring. Just sit there and go. So I enjoy this a whole lot more, even if it gets a little wet. I don't care. This winter, I'm going to try to see how it does, how long I can ride. Hopefully I do not get, a lot of snow or anything like that. I will not ride in the snow or kind of icy weather, because other cars may not be able to stop and slide into you, and you have no protection on this. Water, I don't care, and if it's cold, I don't care. But anything where cars can lose control or slide into you, that would be not cool. You don't have any kind of fendering or bumpers, obviously. And if it does get nasty and I want to take it off, I think I will probably take it apart and get them. I'm thinking hydro dipped. I don't think I want to do it a wrap. The wrap, you're kind of limited also on color, but a hydro dip, I mean, you can do anything. You name it, any kind of color. There's thousands of different colors out there, and there's a few companies out there that are really good. It's going to run you, probably for all the panels I want to do on this, it's probably going to run easily $500. But if you go for a custom paint job on something like this, you're going to pay that easily. So I think that would be fine, and it's durable. If they clear coat it and do a good job, just make sure it's a reputable company that's doing it. You can find them online. There's a few. All right, let me edit this out. This is the boring part. All right, I am back. I just cut out a little bit there. Nothing happened. It just basic driving along, just like all this other road, the highway. That's the part I don't like about the highway. It's just boring unless something happens, but everybody seems very respectful to you with the motorcycle. Actually, the worst part of riding this, and where most disrespect, as in tailgating you and like pushing you along because they're in a hurry, is at my work. Going into work, they're in a hurry because they're running late, and leaving because they want to get the hell out of there. I mean, they are right on my bumper, and it's like 10 miles an hour through the parking lot, and then once you head up towards the tower and the guard station and all, it's like 25. And I mean, they are doing more than 25. I mean, they are right on my bumper, well, back tire. I don't have a bumper, but yeah, I mean, right on my back tire. I mean, that is the worst place I find with drivers. Out on the road, everybody seems very respectful and gives you some room. I have not had any issues, knock on wood. You know, few people want to test you, see if you want to race or, you know, go fast or whatever. There's been a few that just can't get behind you. They got to get around you, but they're going to do that to you in a car or not. You know, it's not because you're on a motorcycle. It's just their ignorance that nobody can be in front of them. Even if they're making a right turn right up in front of you, they're going to slam on the brakes and make the right turn. You guys seen it, even in a car. No big deal. What else? That is about it. It's just been a wet morning. Wet, damp, misty. I know when I was down in Texas, I did a lot of traveling, and I traveled down to Texas a lot, down around Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, and it would rain a little bit. You'd get a shower. It almost reminded me of Florida when I took a couple trips there, where you get an afternoon shower, but most of the day was pretty nice, but hot. Oh my gosh, crazy heat. Wondering if anybody's having any problems with the high heat. The highest we've had here is like 95 at the most. I think it was like 92. And as long as I keep moving, I was good. It's when I stop at traffic lights, it just didn't like it that the fan stayed on. But, you know, if you're in a hot area, even Colorado gets real warm. I don't think it's at that point yet. You know, Denver, around Denver, that's where I used to live. It's gotten real hot, 102, 104 degrees. Same as like Dallas. Dallas was the same way. 104, 107. I mean, just ridiculous heat, but it's also humid. So yeah, let me know if you have gotten any issues with the high heat. Maybe this thing wants to sputter, turn off, whatever. I have not had that issue yet. I just have an issue like with the fan running all the time. But other than that, it's not too bad. I wish they would up the handlebar, you know, thicken it. That handlebar is like as thin as what I use on my bicycle. I would like them to do a nice, thicker, meatier handlebar that doesn't flex. I mean, you could actually flex this handlebar pushing down on it. I understand it's the same column and same setup as on their four-wheelers, and why redesign something when you can save money in the design, but yet still charge top dollar. So it's, you know, I understand that part, but it'd just be nice to have a nice meaty handlebar. That's the one thing. It reminded me like a little bicycle. I mean, you're doing something at 75 miles, 80 miles an hour, and you got something it looks like it should be on a bicycle. So that's one thing I wish they would do. I got to get back on that river. You can see the puddles right there. It has definitely been wet. It rained real hard last night. And luckily the road has dried up, so I'm not getting hit with a lot of road spray. That's about the only thing that gets you when you're riding this in the rain, is the road spray from other cars. The bike will not, it's very difficult for it to splash you the way they have everything designed. They did a fantastic job on keeping it dry as possible. All right, I am turning up here, so I'm going to cut the camera off a little early so I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, see all the cars over to my left? I'll explain those to you in the next video. All right, talk to you guys later. Thank you very much for watching, and I really do appreciate it. Bye.